Hey there guys, it's Metro, and today we're going to be making a quick guide on the Seething Shore Domination Achievement, a new Battleground that came out with 7.3.5, currently featured as one of the brawls in Legion, presumably going to be featured as an entirely new Battleground in Battle for Azeroth. Now the achievement is quite interesting, so without further ado, let's begin talking about it. The achievement reads, capture Azerite in each of the following locations in the Battleground. There are 12 locations. Now, before I began looking at how to get this achievement, I kind of thought that these locations, these nodes, were random, but they are not. So on the screen, I'm going to have a map. This map is actually going to be in the description as well. You can click that if you prefer to look at it outside the video, but one way or the other, the map itself is going to show you exactly where every single one of these will spawn based on their name there, and you do need to collect at all 12. Now, another thing I learned quickly while trying to do this achievement is that it has to be you. So this is actually a relatively difficult achievement. I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it easier, but be warned, they are a little gamey and they are kind of against the spirit of the Battleground. So the way I did it, the first few I just kind of got passively. I did this quite a lot when it was the Brawl. I actually really enjoyed the Battleground, so I had no problem doing it multiple times. But in order to actually capture the Azerite, you do need to be a bit crafty. So I did this on my Blood Death Knight, and I would heavily recommend doing it as a tank if you have the option to, or at least something that's tanky, like perhaps a healer would actually be even better. So really step one for me was just always being at the node that I wanted to capture in the Battleground that I was doing. So like I said, I got a couple kind of passively without even realizing there was an achievement. Then I started targeting them one by one. I just looked at the map that I made here and went to the ones, kind of scouted them out. Like I said, you could be really kind of scumbaggy and just sit at one, which ultimately in the end I did end up doing. Or you can kind of just rotate around to a couple, three or four of them. That's probably a pretty good idea too if you actually care about winning, which, would be generous if you help your team out. But either way, your goal is to try to either wait until a battle ensues or be there at the exact moment that it spawns. That's really what I ended up doing for the most part. I would just get there right as they spawn, click it, and that's that. But oftentimes there's going to actually be a battle at them, like there should be, and your only goal here is to just not die during it. If you die during it, you have no chance of looting it. So really, the goal here is to just kind of stay alive at all costs. I play Blood Death Knight, so that's pretty easy. Like I said, anything tanky, healer, anything like that will help. But the reason you don't want to die is because you want to constantly be having opportunities to click this while this battle is going on. So that's kind of my second real tip. Just constantly spam click it. Unless you need to heal yourself or engage in the battle in some way that will help you survive, just constantly spam click it. You'll actually be surprised, especially if you've done other Battlegrounds in the past, how easy it is when there's only, say, like maybe 2 versus 3 or something like that at these nodes, how easy it is for the other two people to get distracted enough for you to allow you to actually click it on your own. And I got quite a few of them just like that. So just keep trying over and over again. Eventually you'll get it. You do have to be a bit crafty, like I said. You might want to just kind of spawn camp them, just sit on them, wait for them to come. Typically the Battleground isn't, like, it's not hugely detrimental if one person is not really giving 100% effort. Obviously it's not the best thing, but it is a nice easy way to do it. That's what I did towards the end there with the last few, and you can tell, they're going to spawn. It's going to be like a gray icon, and then as it's about to erupt, it'll knock everyone back. So it's going to have this green glow around it. Stay on the outside of the green glow, and then as soon as it erupts, you can move in and immediately click it. And unless there's other, alliance or something like that in your way, you'll probably still be able to get it if you're crafty and you're clever about how quickly you can do it. So really the best option here is to either find one that there's nobody fighting at, or just find one that people are already fighting at. There's kind of like a battle, like a melee going on already. You could easily keep yourself alive while participating in it and just keep spam clicking it. Either try to get, further away from the battle, or maybe even direct the battle. Like oftentimes there'll be kind of 2 or 3 right next to each other. You can kind of direct the battle to one and then go over to the other one and grab it. It's not really that big of a deal, but once again, you do need to do it yourself. If somebody else gets it, unfortunately, you won't be able to help with that. So the third tip I'd give, even more scumbag, if you could actually prevent them from doing it themselves, try to. So I think the best way to do this, I haven't actually done it on a paladin, but I used to do this for the old, like the AV achievements and stuff like that. You would just bop somebody who's there trying to click it as well. Like I would click a flag, they would click a flag, I would bop them, then I'd be able to get it. They wouldn't be able to do it. You could do the same thing with Priest. You could just grip them away from it and then grab it yourself. So really, if you're really desperate for that, those are options. But realistically, after a couple tries, you'll eventually get it. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, hope this helped. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.